Have you ever wondered why it's TikTok and not TokTik? This new TokTik thing, it's quite addictive actually. Well, the answer is actually quite simple. Guys, just before we get started, I'd like to remind you that we have lots of free resources for you to learn English. I have several free digital books that you can get in the description below. The first one is 50 British slang phrases. The second one is 20 brilliant business phrases. And the third one is an American versus British English quiz. They're all free and available for you to download right now. Go check them out. In English, we have something called ablaut reduplication. Now, I know that sounds complicated, but stay with me. Reduplication is when we repeat a word like bye-bye or oi oi. Oi oi! Yeah, that. Why do we do that? Well, it starts at the very early stages of language acquisition. Think about a baby learning new words. They say mama, dada, papa. And these are all examples of reduplication. That repetition is a vitally important part of language acquisition and helping us form the mouth shapes that we need to make these sounds. That repetition of mama, dada, papa. We also use reduplication for emphasis. So for example, oi oi brings a little bit more attention than just oi. But it can also be playful and humorous, like bye-bye, bye-bye, instead of just bye. And maybe it sounds a little bit cuter, so you can just play with the language in that way. Now we also have a type of reduplication that changes the consonant at the beginning. So for example, lovey-dovey. Lovey-dovey means very affectionate. So for example, that couple are really lovey-dovey, aren't they? So that couple are really affectionate. Or fuddy-duddy. So that means someone that's old-fashioned, doesn't like to change their ways. Maybe they wear like old clothes and they do the same thing all the time. An example sentence, my dad's a bit of a fuddy-duddy. He hates new technology. Now TikTok is an example of ablaut reduplication. This is where the vowel in the middle changes. So we're repeating the word but changing the vowel. Tick-tock. So for example, hip-hop or ping-pong. But why is it not hop hip or pong ping? Yeah, I'm really into like house, drum and bass, a little bit of hop hip. Whoa, that sounds weird. Well, there's a rule. When there are two words and the first word has an I, the next word will have an A or an O. So for example, hip hop, okay, two words, or kit kat, not hop hip or cat kit. Now when there are three words, the order is I, A, O. So bish, bash, bosh. So saying TokTik would break that rule and sound a little bit strange. So that's why we call it TikTok. Let's get some other examples. Chit chat. This is an informal, very casual conversation. So for example, do you want to have a quick chit chat outside? Do you want to have a quick chit chat outside? So do you want to have a quick conversation outside? Pitter patter. This is a word that we use to describe a continuous kind of light knocking sound. So we often use it with rain. So the pitter patter of rain on a roof. Or we also use it with footsteps of a child maybe. So you can hear the pitter patter of little feet. And of course we looked at ping pong, which is another way of saying table tennis. This is an example of onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is when a word represents a sound. So if you think about table tennis, when you're hitting the ball, it sounds a little bit like ping, pong, ping, pong. So that's how we get the word. Other examples of onomatopoeia might be ding dong, which is the sound of a bell. Ding dong, ding dong. Another one might be clip clop, and that's the sound of a horse galloping. Clip clop, clip clop. So they're onomatopoeia, but they're also reduplication as well. Another example might be sing song. And this is an informal kind of get together of people to sing songs. So for example, my dad used to get me and my sister together around the piano for a sing song. So we'd all get around the piano and sing our favorite songs. That was a sing song. I couldn't sing, but it was very cute. Now I've left a list of more ablaut duplication examples in the description below, so go check it out. One last reduplication that I want to talk about is the shm reduplication. This is when we add the prefix shm to a word, to the second word, just because it's playful and funny. So for example, this place is fancy schmancy. As you can see, it's not really a word, you're not really making a proper word, but you're just playing with the language. And that is what language is about, right? It's having fun and being playful and communicating in your own way. Now guys, if you thought this lesson was tip-top, please share it with someone you know who is learning English or who would find this subject fascinating. And remember to go and get your freebie in the description below.